You're no hero. You're just a clown, dressed as a sex toy. So dark. You sure you're not from the DC universe? Yeah, that's gonna be my thing now. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna quote a line from the trailer of the film whenever I do one of these movie reviews. This is a warning. This is a warning. Spoilers ahead. If you don't want spoilers for Deadpool 2, leave now. Now that that's out of the way, now that everyone that doesn't want to hear any spoilers are gone, Cable's not the main villain. The main villain's Juggernaut. Juggernaut comes in like halfway through the film, and then like, yeah, Juggernaut's here. It's not Vinnie Jones, so he doesn't say the line. He doesn't go, "Do you know who I am? I'm the Juggernaut, bitch." I'm surprised. Honestly, I'm surprised that no one said that. No one made that joke. Like, it was funny, like, the first time that we see Juggernaut, he just rips Deadpool in half. And then we get kind of, like, the spin of the scene from the first film, where he's growing the baby hand. And instead he's just growing, like, a baby bottom half of his body. So he's not wearing any shorts. So everyone can just see his little baby dick swinging. Like, it's so hilarious. But yeah, Josh Brolin is, oh my god, he is the man. He's Thanos, he's Cable, he's in Sicario. I just want every film that he's in for him just to snap his fingers just once. In every film that he's in, just snap your fingers. But seriously, is that man diverse or what? Like, seriously, Avengers Infinity War, he plays a stern, cold villain that just wants to kill people. In here, he plays a stone, cold, stern anti-hero that just wants to kill one person. And in Sicario, he plays a stern, cold mercenary who wants to start a world war. Seems pretty diverse. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. All the jokes land. Everything is funny in this film. Like, the very first, like, 10 minutes. Like, they have like the music video, which is kind of a throwaway, like, Bond thing. Or it's Celine Dion singing an original song for this with, like, Deadpool in, like, various poses. And it's got, like, "Holy shit, did you just kill her? Oh my god. Oh god." And, like, I thought that was fucking hilarious. I was laughing all the way through that. But yeah, the film's really funny as well. The film's really, really funny. Like, there's this scene where he's going through the X-Mansion, and he's like, "Where are all the other X-Men? Like, I swear it's only you and Negasonic Teenage What's-Her-Face, way too long name." And then he looks to the left, and it's like Beast, Cyclops, and all the other X-Men from Apocalypse. And they're all in one room, and then the door just shuts. And Beast just shuts the door before Wade can see everyone. It's so hilarious. But, oh my god. That's just funny. But yeah, the film basically begins with Wade Wilson putting down like an action figure of Wolverine when he's dead. And he's got the stake through his chest at the end of Logan. And then it's spinning, and then we hear that, "I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you. I don't need to wait. I waited for so long." And please don't copy strike me. Please don't. Please. And then he's like lying on these barrels, and he's like, "Fuck you, Wolverine," and then just blows himself up. And then we just see like Deadpool's hand with like a giant middle finger up at the screen. And then we have like a montage of him killing people, and then his girlfriend gets shot, and he just tries to kill himself, and it's like, no, you haven't done the right. Your heart's not in the right place. So he goes to join the X-Men. Sees this kid called Fire Fist. Then he's like outside this school place, like, and he's like, no, they're trying to kill me. And then Deadpool just starts shooting everyone, and so both Fire Fist and Deadpool get arrested. They get collars around their necks, so they can't use their powers, and then they get sent to this place called the Icebox, which has all these other crazies in. Like, the main notable one is Black Tom Cassidy, who gets like noted like several times. And every time, like, Cable later on in the film kills Black Tom Cassidy, and then Deadpool's like, "Why did you kill Black Tom, you racist?" it's like just because he had black in his name, it just doesn't mean you have to kill him. Oh my god, like, so much stuff in this film. It's so funny, and like. We hear like foreshadowing, and they even have Deadpool say, "That's the biggest guy in here. That's also called foreshadowing." And obviously it's Juggernaut in there, and so like. Cable breaks into the icebox, they get freed, their things come off so they can use their powers, and Deadpool has a long-winded fight with Cable, and he's like, no, I'm going to save this kid. I've got to kill Cable. So I'm putting together a team. The team is consisted of Bedlam, played by Terry Crews, what's-his-face, Zeitgeist, played by Bill Skarsgård, Shatterstar, Domino, and Peter. And they also have this thing of, hey, where's the Vanisher? And then it's just a thing, and it's like, I think he's running late. So some of this stuff is so stupid that you have to laugh. It's just hilarious, and it's just genius. And it's like they do this Vanisher thing so often, and then when Vanisher dies, like, because all of the X-Force members that they get together minus Domino die. Terry Crews dies in like a very violent fashion. He just lands straight into a bus. We have Zeitgeist who goes into a wood chipper. We have Peter who goes over to help Zeitgeist, and then he gets like spewed of the acid that comes out of Zeitgeist's mouth. Shatterstar who just lands on a helicopter rotor, and Domino makes it out because she's lucky. She has a quick fight with Cable, and then after this fight with Cable, Black Tom Cassidy gets shot, and then they make several racist jokes after that. And then Juggernaut gets free. He rips Wade Wilson in half. So we have that scene where he's like, instead of him growing back his arm, but starting as a baby, he's growing back his legs and starting as a baby, and then we've got this like little baby dick swinging. So then, Deadpool goes to Colossus, and he's like, "Look, we need your help. We can't beat Juggernaut on our own." So they go to fight Juggernaut without Colossus at first, and then Colossus obviously shows up, like just in the nick of time, and there's a fight between Colossus and Juggernaut, and that's really awesome. And that's pretty much the film. There's a bit at the end where where Deadpool gets shot, and then Cable reverses time to kind of bring Deadpool back. And I thought that was kind of cool, but it was also as Deadpool said, now that's just lazy writing. Just let the character die. Just let him go. But no, they need to make sequels. And the end of this very much sets up the Deadpool 2. Not Deadpool 2. That was the fucking movie that I watched today. No, X-Force. It very, very clearly sets up X-Force. So we got Cable, we got Negasonic Teenage Warhead, we got Colossus. No, wait, not them two. Fuck. We got Cable, Deadpool, Domino, Dopinder the taxi guy, Fire Fist, and like was Negasonic Teenage Warhead at the end? I think Colossus was, but not Negasonic Teenage Warhead. Yeah, it's already gone from my mind. But yeah, and then we get into the end credit scenes, which are hilarious. We have Deadpool fixing the time thing, and then he goes back to rectify all of the mistakes from Ryan Reynolds' past. He just shows up to where his like girlfriend died at the beginning of the film, kills the guy who killed her, and then goes back to X-Men Origins Wolverine, the scene where like the taped up mouth of that Deadpool is, and then shoots that Deadpool in the face several times. Then he goes back to Ryan Reynolds reading the script of Green Lantern, just shoots himself in the head. Just shoots Ryan Reynolds in the head. And he's like, "You'll thank me later, buddy. You'll thank me later." And it's like, and everyone was laughing and cheering at that. And I was like, oh, that, my friend, is the way that you rectify your past mistakes. But yeah, ending thoughts, because I've pretty much said everything that I can say. Ending thoughts. The only thing that I wish they would have done is I wish that they would have had a bit more with the original X-Force team. I wanted to see them do a bit more with Peter. Let's be honest. Everyone wants a bit more Peter. Everyone wants a bit more Peter. I think that the way that Josh Brolin, I think the way that they show Josh Brolin as Cable is really good, and Josh Brolin is perfect as Cable. Like yeah, if I could watch just a Cable movie on his own, and I would lap it up, because Josh Brolin is that good as Cable. Like, I am, after this, I'm really hyped for X-Force. Like, super hyped for X-Force. It does seem like how they have a joke in the film where Deadpool's like, "This is why I'm destined to always be a solo act." But at the end of all of his films, it's never just been him on his own. It's always been him, Colossus, and Negasonic Teenage Warhead, or him, Domino, and Cable, and Colossus, Negasonic Teenage Warhead, and Yukio. Yeah, and I don't have a problem with that. It's just like the movie's called Deadpool. Let Deadpool be the one to beat the villain. And in this, there wasn't really that much of a villain. I guess Juggernaut, but even then, he's just kind of a roadblock. He's like, he's like Doomsday in Batman vs Superman. Like, they have to have something for the two heroes to fight at the end after they've done their scuffling. This is obviously a bit more of a more comedic but violent take on Batman v Superman. It's actually executed really well because it doesn't take itself too seriously. And that's exactly what you need to do. Like, that's why the Deadpool movies are such good comic book movies, because they have realised, and so has the MCU now, they've realised we're based off of a comic book. We don't have to be serious all of the time. We can be serious and we can be as batshit crazy as we like. We're based off of comic books. Like Fox and Marvel have finally figured this out, and they have the winning formula of how to make good comic book movies. Just remember that it's based off of a comic book. Like, DC really needs to learn, well, one, add some colour to your films, two, you're working with characters like The Flash, Batman, Superman. Your films should be making so much money, and they should be fun films, but they're not. They're all dark and gritty. And just more superhero films need to be like Deadpool. Need to be like Deadpool 2. I'm not saying that this is perfect. It's definitely not. There's definitely some stuff that does fall flat, like the whole ending, where he just comes back through time travel. But yeah, a lot of it is really good. And like, I'd probably say that the good really does outshine the bad. So yeah, that was my review of Deadpool 2. I really liked the film. Let me know what you thought of Deadpool 2 in the comment section below. If you like this video, please give it a like. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell, because that's important. Yeah, basically, do all that stuff if you want to see this ugly mug in your sub feed every time that I drop a video. And I will see you guys as soon as possible. Until then, I guess, until then, peace.